Franny B. Cranny, There's a Bird in Your Hair by Harriet Lerner and Susan Golder, illustrated by Helen Oxenbury. Franny B. Cranny had long, frizzy hair. It was always getting her in trouble. Franny B. Cranny's hair tied itself in knots on the buttons of her dress. Franny B. Cranny's hair made the girl sitting next to her on the school bus sneeze every day on the way to school. Franny B. Cranny's hair even got stuck in the refrigerator door. But Franny B. Cranny loved her long, frizzy hair. The longer and frizzier it got, the more she liked it. Franny B. Cranny thought her long, frizzy hair was beautiful. She could brush it down in front of her face and pretend she was in a cave. She loved to press her hair flat against her head and watch it boing out again. Franny B. Cranny's mother was very tired of untangling all this long, frizzy hair. "Wouldn't you like nice, neat, short, pretty hair like your sister Bertha's?" she asked. "No," said Franny B. Cranny. "I think you would look so pretty with short hair," said Franny B. Cranny's father. "I think so too," said Bertha. "No," said Franny B. Cranny. One day, Franny B. Cranny's parents announced that there was going to be a big family reunion. All their relatives would be coming. "And," said Franny B. Cranny's mother, "the day before the party, you are both going to the hairdresser." "I'm going to get my hair curled," said Bertha proudly. "Not me," said Franny B. Cranny. "I don't want anyone touching my hair." "We'll see," said Franny B. Cranny's mother. Before Franny B. Cranny knew it, the day before the party had come. Her mother told the hairdresser exactly what she wanted him to do with Franny B. Cranny's hair. "Pin it up on her head and make it neat," she said. "You have very interesting hair, young lady," the hairdresser said politely. He had never seen anything like it before. Franny B. Cranny didn't like him one bit. She closed her eyes, shut her mouth, and crossed her arms. She did not say one word to him the whole time he was working on her hair. "There," the hairdresser said finally. "Don't you look pretty?" Franny B. Cranny opened her eyes. Her long, frizzy hair was piled on top of her head in a giant heap. "At least it won't fly around and get caught in the cake," said Bertha. Franny B. Cranny didn't say anything. She just stared into the mirror, thinking about the best way to undo her new hairdo. Franny B. Cranny was walking slowly home behind her mother and Bertha, thinking and thinking, when suddenly something amazing happened. A brown bird flew down from a nearby tree and landed in the middle of Franny B. Cranny's new hairdo. Her mother screamed and Bertha jumped up and down, but the bird would not budge. It just snuggled deeper into the pile of long, frizzy hair on top of Franny B. Cranny's head. "Don't scare it away," said Franny B. Cranny. "I want it there." When they reached their front door, the brown bird was still there. "Maybe it thinks you're a tree," said Franny B. Cranny's mother. "Maybe it thinks your hair is a nest," said Bertha. "There's a bird in your hair," said Franny B. Cranny's father. "Maybe you should take apart that new hairdo." Suddenly, Franny B. Cranny was beginning to like her new hairdo. "No," said Franny B. Cranny. At bedtime, Franny B. Cranny had to solve some problems. How could she bend over and take off her shoes? Then she remembered the deep knee bends she had learned in gym class. How was she going to sleep? Then she remembered her father's big armchair. After everyone was asleep, she tiptoed down the hall and curled up in the chair. In the morning, there were even more problems. "Time to take a shower," said Franny B. Cranny's mother. "A shower?" thought Franny B. Cranny. "Oh no!" She decided to take a bath instead and was very careful not to splash water on her head. Soon, it was time for the family reunion. Bertha was very embarrassed to have a sister with a bird on her head. "I'm going to tell everyone I never saw Franny B. Cranny before in my life," she told her parents. "You look like a bird brain," she told Franny B. Cranny. But Franny B. Cranny thought she looked beautiful, and she marched proudly into the party with the brown bird perched on the very top of her head. No one at the family reunion had ever seen a hairdo like this one. Everyone crowded around Franny B. Cranny. Her cousin Ethan, who never smiled, laughed out loud when Franny B. Cranny let him feed the bird a peanut. Uncle Isidore, who was usually very grouchy, told Franny B. Cranny he was sorry he was bald and couldn't take his favorite pigeon home from the park. It would slide off his head. Aunt Phyllis, who worked at a television station, thought Franny B. Cranny's hair was news. She called her office and told them to send the cameras. Bertha was careful to stay very close to Franny B. Cranny so everyone would know they were sisters. The day after the party, Bertha said, "I'm so glad you didn't cut your hair. It's awesome." "That's what you think," said Franny B. Cranny. "I'm getting it cut tomorrow." "Oh, no," cried her mother. "You can't do that." "Oh, yes," said Franny B. Cranny. "I can." "Why now?" asked her father. "A little birdie told me to," said Franny B. Cranny. The end.